Have you ever wondered why you wake up in the middle of the night, specifically around 3 a.m.? It's not just insomnia or coincidence. There's something much deeper happening. Believe it or not, this time carries a spiritual mystery that few people know about. While the world sleeps, God may be trying to communicate with you in ways beyond what the eyes can see. Yes, that's right. Waking up at 3 a.m. can be a divine calling, an invitation to dive into a higher level of consciousness. Most people ignore these moments, thinking they are just sleep disturbances. But what if I told you that this is one of the secrets that can transform your life? The silence of the night is the perfect stage for a deeper connection with God, where your mind and spirit are more receptive. It may seem strange, but what you do in these few minutes can determine how the rest of your day, and even your spiritual journey, unfolds. Now imagine understanding the meaning behind this awakening and using it as a tool to find answers, renew your strength, and align yourself with the purpose God has for you. Doesn't that sound like something worth exploring? But be careful, because this secret isn't for everyone. Only for those who have the courage to open their eyes to what truly matters. The question is, are you ready to discover why God is waking you up at this hour? Waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. is like receiving a secret invitation from the universe. At this moment, while most of the world rests in silence, there is a subtle, almost magical energy in the air. The ancients spoke about this. The barrier between the physical and spiritual seems thinner, allowing our consciousness to reach higher levels. It's as if God is closer, ready to listen and speak to your heart. Imagine this time as a special room where only the most attentive can enter, a space reserved for those willing to seek something greater. Science also plays a role in this mystery. During the early morning hours, our REM cycles peak, and the brain becomes a fertile ground for deep insights. In this state, the subconscious mind opens up, facilitating a more direct connection with the divine. Who hasn't had a striking dream full of symbolism that seems to carry a message? Perhaps it's God himself whispering something into your consciousness. Taking advantage of this magical hour is like tuning into a rare frequency that few know how to access. Have you ever woken up and simply felt an indescribable calm? This is the perfect moment to engage in spiritual practices. A sincere prayer or a brief meditation can be the beginning of an inner transformation. Even keeping a journal to record your impressions can help. Write down what you feel, what you dreamed, or simply express gratitude. A practical idea is to keep a notebook by your bed. Simple, yet powerful for capturing these spiritual messages before they fade away with the day. And of course, this awakening is not by chance. There is a greater reason, a kind of alignment between the physical and the spiritual that leads to the next step in this journey. It's almost as if this hour is a key to unlocking deeper mysteries. Something that the night carefully guards. After all, what do these midnight awakenings mean? There may be more layers to this enigma than we imagine. Waking up in the middle of the night is not just a coincidence, but a calling that can carry profound meanings. The time you wake up can be like a coded message sent by God, guiding your attention to something you may be ignoring. For example, those who wake up between 1 and 2 a.m. may be dealing with internal conflicts that need resolution. It's as if the heart is beating louder, asking for attention. At this hour, it's worth asking, what inside me is out of balance? What do I need to adjust in my journey? On the other hand, if the clock strikes between 2 and 3 a.m., your body or emotions may be trying to communicate something. Perhaps it's a reminder that it's time to take better care of yourself, physically and emotionally. Those who have experienced waking up with a heavy feeling in their chest know how intense this can be. In these moments, pausing to take a deep breath and talk to God can lighten the burden. Lord, what do you want to show me? is a simple question that opens doors to powerful reflections. These awakenings are like gentle nudges from the universe, bringing to light what we often ignore in daily life. Some people report that waking up at these times helped them remember something important or gave them life-changing ideas. Imagine using this moment to reconsider decisions or plan a new path. Perhaps it's the perfect opportunity to ask yourself, am I living according to God's purposes for me? And then curiosity arises. Could these messages be connected to something greater? These awakenings not only highlight our individual needs, but also something that transcends. What happens when we dive deeper into these signs? The answer may lie in ancient and powerful stories that still inspire us today. Waking up in the silence of the night is like finding a blank page, ready to be filled with deep reflections. In this moment, the noise of the world disappears and the mind becomes more receptive to God's voice. It's a golden opportunity to pray and meditate, seeking answers that often escape us in the chaos of the day. A simple prayer, like "God, show me the way," can open doors to insights that transform how you see your own life. There's no magic formula, but there are practices that make this moment more meaningful. If you enjoy meditation, try focusing on your breathing or a Bible verse, such as, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it." Psalm 37:5. These simple words can be a beacon in the darkness, guiding your mind and heart toward a state of peace and positivity. Allow yourself to listen to the silence, for in it are the answers you seek. And of course, these moments are not just for introspection. They are invitations to act, to turn what God reveals into concrete actions. As you engage in reflection and prayer, you begin to notice patterns, messages, and even clear directions to follow. Could biblical examples shed even more light on the power of paying attention to these signs? Let's find out. The Bible is full of stories illustrating how God communicates with His people, especially at night. A classic example is Joseph, the dreamer. He received divine messages through dreams that not only transformed his life, but also saved an entire nation. Imagine the courage and faith needed to interpret these messages and act upon them. It's a powerful reminder that what seems insignificant, like a dream or a nighttime awakening, may hold a greater purpose. Another striking example is Samuel, who heard God's voice calling him while he slept. Initially, he didn't understand, but with guidance he responded, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." 1 Samuel 3:10. This story teaches us that sometimes it takes silence and willingness to recognize the divine voice. What if God were calling you during the night, just as He called Samuel? Maybe it's time to answer with an open and attentive heart. Now that you know why God wakes you up at 3 a.m., the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you ignore the call and continue as before, or will you use these moments to transform your life? The decision is in your hands. Maybe it's time to start listening, praying, and acting. So are you ready to answer the next call? What might God have in store for you in the coming night? The answer could change everything, and I hope you're ready to find out.